10 Most Random Tag Team Partners of John Cena's WWE Career. John Cena has been a WWE wrestler for over 20 years now. In that time, he's competed in over 2,000 matches. That's a whole lot of opponents over the years. Not all of Cena's matches were singles matches, however. Like most WWE superstars, Cena has competed in countless tag team matches during his career. He's teamed with some of the greatest performers in wrestling history. When you compete in as many matches as Cena has, though, fans are bound to forget some of them. This also goes for some of Cena's tag team partners. These specific performers are random pairings that Cena had over the years that some fans might not remember. In 2013, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family hit the WWE scene. The group immediately caught the attention of the WWE audience, quickly moving up the card. The talented Luke Harper was one of the members of the Wyatt family. In 2016, Randy Orton began associating with the Wyatt family and eventually joined the group for a bit. Tensions between Harper and Orton would soon rise. Eventually, Harper would be excommunicated from the group. In January 2017, Harper would turn babyface when he helped John Cena against Wyatt and Orton. Cena and Harper would end up teaming against Wyatt and Orton on the 131/2017 SmackDown. They would lose that match, but win their next two matches as a unit on the house show circuit. In 2011, WWE thought they had signed the second coming of Rey Mysterio's Sin Cara. At the time, the company was desperately trying to find a new Latin superstar to help generate interest in the Latin market. This meant Sin Cara was given a significantly strong push early on. At the time, there was no bigger endorsement in WWE than wrestling alongside John Cena. On the 4/18/2011 episode of Monday Night Raw, Cena and Sin Cara would team up to face The Miz and Alex Riley. Despite getting the win, this would be the only time Cena and Sin Cara teamed. Sin Cara would end up being one of the biggest flops in WWE history. Mystico, who originally portrayed Sin Cara, would be released in 2014 after a disastrous and disappointing run. The Dudley Boys are one of the greatest tag teams to ever come through the wrestling business. During the Attitude Era, the Dudleys, along with Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys, helped reinvigorate WWE's tag team division. They'd leave the promotion in 2005 and go on to have a long, fruitful run with TNA. In 2015, the Dudley Boys made a surprise return to WWE. They quickly found themselves feuding with the WWE Tag Team Champions, the New Day. What some fans might forget is that at the time, the New Day were heels. This led to the unlikely six-man tag team of the Dudley Boys and John Cena facing the New Day. The six men would compete in tag team matches in September and October 2015. The New Day would be victorious in both instances. In 2010, a new crop of WWE rookies all hit the main roster simultaneously. This collection of up-and-coming stars was known as the Nexus. Naturally, the heel group's top target was WWE's top babyface, John Cena. At one point during Nexus' feud with Cena, the group forced Cena to join them. This led to some interesting partnerships for Cena. Many fans remember Cena's short-lived partnership with Nexus member David Otunga. However, Otunga wasn't the only Nexus member Cena teamed with. On the 10/4/2010 episode of Monday Night Raw, Cena found himself teaming with Michael Tarver. The pair would lose to Bourne and Mark Henry after Cena essentially refused to tag in. The two would never team again. When a performer has been on top of the wrestling business as long as John Cena, it's natural for them to be used to try and get other wrestlers over. Cena's high status has made him a very desirable partner for up-and-coming babyfaces. In 2010, Cena teamed up with a new high-flying sensation, Bourne. Bourne and Cena would team on 3 occasions in WWE. First, on the 5/31/2010 Raw, they teamed up to defeat Edge and Sheamus. A few months later, the pair would be joined by The Big Show and Randy Orton to face the Nexus on a house show. In 2011, Cena and Bourne would once again be on the same side as part of a 12-man tag team match. Unfortunately, these associations with Cena never did much for Bourne's overall popularity. Trish Stratus is arguably the greatest women's wrestler of all time, while some female performers might have more accolades than Stratus. Many of them wouldn't have received the opportunities they did had Stratus not blazed a trail for all women wrestlers. In 2006, Stratus decided to call it a career and step away from pro wrestling. Before doing so, though, she teamed with John Cena and Carlito in a 6-person tag team match. After retiring, Stratus would wrestle a few one-off matches. On the 12/22/2008 Raw, Stratus would step back in the ring alongside John Cena to face Beth Phoenix and Santino Marella. The match took place in Stratus' home country, Canada, making the appearance and subsequent win that much more special. Even the greatest pro wrestlers ever have to start at the bottom and work their way up the WWE card. John Cena was no different. Before he became arguably the greatest of all time, Cena spent some time floundering in WWE's lower mid-card. Cena had a memorable debut in 2002, stepping up to Kurt Angle. Even the greatest pro wrestlers ever have to start at the bottom and work their way up the WWE card. John Cena was no different. Before he became arguably the greatest of all time, Cena spent some time floundering in WWE's lower mid-card. Cena had a memorable debut in 2002, stepping up to Kurt Angle. Jim Ross is one of the most beloved non-wrestlers in the history of the business. For many fans, Ross was the voice of wrestling while they were growing up. Unfortunately, the JR love didn't always extend to Vince McMahon. For whatever reason, McMahon always enjoyed putting Ross in difficult situations. This included making him wrestle, which Ross hated. WWE's Diva Search has a conflicting history for some wrestling fans. On one hand, the competition embodied everything that was wrong with WWE's utilization of female performers. It was an anchor that weighed down the female roster and put the emphasis on physical appearance rather than wrestling ability or even character development. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.